round number 3. Let's go. Especially, you know, if you're like closer to the end of the game and you know they need a specific draw, you just manipulate that. Or at the beginning of the game, if you go first and they don't have, or you know, you go second and you see they don't have anything, you know, that will bring them on. Yeah. Would you like to go first? Yes. Hey, no worries, like, ask about it. You can ask, no worries. The more you ask, the better, you know. It's all cool, you can ask about the stuff. Really, it's all good, it's all cool. Okay. Alright. Now, finally the deck is getting consistent. We're getting somewhere with this deck, finally. But yeah, like, Chip Chip Ice Axe was and still is the card to play in control decks, right? Just controlling where your opponent draws, especially in a mid game as well, where you're. Because imagine this situation, right? They have no hand, right? They have like no hand at all, and well, you know they're gonna be top decking, right? And you're playing Chip Chip Ice Axe, and you just, you know, leave energy on top. So whatever they're gonna draw is an energy. It's not gonna help them. They're kind of in a really bad position, and you know, late game you can even, you know, manipulate that even more. It's just so much fun, right? Or if you're playing, you know, things like Coalossal, like they like to have something on top always prepared, just put it down, you know, with APOM. It's all about disruption. It's all about that. And it's super fun. And hey, you see, like, now this deck is working better than before, which I am happy about. But like getting to Almastar is still kind of a pain. But yeah, he's not playing anything on the bench, so I can just go for it. I mean, like, Axe saw a lot of play before rotation. You know, kind of like, again, Jesse James, like, there were just decks with that. But as the time went on, you know, they kind of got forgotten, unfortunately. Alright, so if this range, I'm just going to keep bouncing his energy. I want him to bench something, that's going to be cool. But Rema, you must admit, our game was great, the second one. It was knowledge versus knowledge, and holy moly. But I had a moment, like, early on in game 2, I just wanted to cry. I'm like, no. Ooh, boss's order, there we go. And now you're locked. Okay, I feel like this deck needs draws. But I think I like Spine because you can see anything and not just the same meta decks. I mean, technically, yeah. Alright, so you're just gonna keep passing. Alright, or maybe not anymore. And ADP is useless. That's what, you know, that's what's like, yep. But you still, you know, see a lot of with Dragon Energy, right? I mean, the only reason for me to play Expand is to play decks that rotated out that I enjoyed when they were in standard form, so like, So. I mean, like, now you're gonna be able to play a switch. No, like, I'm just gonna knock out this one, so yeah, I'm gonna unlock you. So, like, going back to Rayquaza GX. Oh, I enjoyed that deck a lot. And I remember, like, a common problem with Rayquaza was people were decking out like crazy. Because, you know, they were, like, just playing it. Acerola, play it. Like, it was so much fun. Like, I did enjoy those. Okay, max bullet. So why does that couldn't work like that in the game 1 and 2? I don't know. Around 1 and 2. By the way, Storm, first mistake that you've done is like going too colored. Like, I know I have, but I'm not attacking with this guy. And, you know, going with multicolored decks is never, like, the best idea. When you're beginning. Because they're a bit inconsistent. I mean, it's just like you would go to a tournament. You don't know exactly what your opponent's gonna play until you start playing it. I built a 2017 deck, but I want to play it in a kind of what's a good substitute for Hex Maniac. If you want to shut their abilities, Silent Lab, Garbodor, with Garbotoxin, you know, that does that. I mean, there's Moog, but Moog goes only for basics. But we got a lot of people going for Silent Lab. Who goes first? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna go first because, like, there, like, too much time has passed for that. But you see that I'm a deck that wants to evolve, so you should go first, kind of to, you know, already stop me for that. Yeah. Like, I mean, Silent Lab is a great idea to add. Okay. Pass. Went on Pokemon side, looked upwards, decks and chose Gardevoir. Yeah. Like, Gardevoir in 2017 was quite popular, because you've got Trash Avalanche and Garbotoxin in the same format. Worldwide minus Japan, yes. Like, if you have, like, international championship, like, the format is the same everywhere, right? So if you would go, let's say, European internationals, at this point in time, the format was the same for everyone. It's always like that, you know. I mean, we do live in the same format, even right now, because you look at that a bit more than anything else. Okay, let's just go there. Right. Tom wins 2-0. Alright, Tom. So format is everywhere the same, you know, only Japan is different in terms of formats, but for the time of World Championships, Japan has to revert, right, or go back to our format, right, so they have to play, you know, in the format they've already kind of played. That's a Rainbow Rare, but that's a full art that you have on your bench. Okay, Marnie. Which, I mean, you know, then we can talk about, you know, in terms of worlds, is it advantage or disadvantage for Japanese players to play in the format they kind of been playing already, you know, to a certain degree? But you know, that's a different conversation, to be honest. Like, there's all, like, you'll see that, you know, during, if there are going to be World Championships, 2022, because I'm not counting this year, you'll see this is going to be a good conversation again, because I feel like it's something that we have to talk sometimes, since, like, how, like, Japanese players going to, you know, prepare, especially, like, we had rotation around the time of Worlds, so you're like, oh, right, cool. They kind of know the meta more, you know, you have to go with proxies and tests, and you gotta, like, buy them fast if you're a competitor at Worlds. So there are, you know, quite a few nitpicks there. Alright, and in the meantime, the codes, I'm distributing the codes and delivering them. So we've got Tom. We've got Shinky. We've got Rema. Good game, mate. Good game. Right, where's Ryan? I gotta find Ryan. I see him. GG, mate. GG.